Hey everybody, this is Everyday Commentary. This is Sweet Stuff Saturday, and one of the things I got in this week on Saturday, I got it in on Saturday, this video is being made on Sunday, is this light. This light is a 1CR123A or 18350 flashlight, and it is the EDC1 DFT from Surefire. It is running their KF1B head, and it is a monster throw light with a really great nice beam pattern. This light is quite large. It's significantly larger than the clicky I like to think of as like the most useful, like the largest reasonable EDC, which is the Boss 35 right here. This light is almost an inch taller than the Boss 35. In fact, it's like the Mini Turbo plus the Boss 35. Not quite, it's a little bit shorter than that, but this is a big light. Here it is next to the McGizmo, which is another pretty big light. This is, again, right at the limit of what I would reasonably carry. I got this light so I could try out a modern, quote-unquote, modern Surefire. It only produces 650 lumens. I say only in air quotes, but it has this huge, gigantic reflector on the front, and as a result, it can absolutely wallop the light. I mean, it throws it for 1,000 feet, easy, maybe a quarter mile. It's really quite good. The only light that I've ever had that was close to as good as this light is this light, which is a LEP. And this is the Mini Cosmos from Meritech. If you've never used a LEP before, you can see that the LEP has like basically no hotspot. The benefit of the LEP is that it's all throw. But if you want something that can kind of do a little bit of both and you're not really worried about pocket space, you're going to have a hard time finding a light that's better than this. I mean, it actually is pretty good in the hand. Surefires were always good in the hand. It's got a great double bend pocket clip, so it comes up and goes out and then comes around, so you can use it that way, or if you want to like clip it on the bill of a light, which I think would probably, or a hat, which I think would probably be a little difficult with this light because it's so front heavy, you could also do it there. The light itself, it comes in like a typical clamshell package. This is very, very different than the elaborate boxes that you used to get when you got anything other than a 6P. The light came from Amazon at like, I want to say $235. It was definitely more expensive than, say, something like this. And it was more expensive than this. But it does have that Surefire build quality. I will tell you, man, is this beam clean. Like, look at that. That's the beam on low, which is 25 lumens. And other than the edges, which you can see moving because it has a scalloped bezel, I mean, the light itself just has very, very little in terms of artifact or distortion in the beam pattern. Really, really good light. I like this light a lot. It'll be fun to take on night hikes and walks in the woods in the evening because I can illuminate a lot of stuff. It's a little big to pocket carry. Obviously, I probably would never carry this in a suit or office pants. This is probably where I would be more likely than not. But it's a good light to have. If you want to have like a light that you can like stash on your nightstand and you're not worried about illuminating things inside the house, or you just want to like check for bumps in the night, this is a really good bump in the night flashlight. It can illuminate quite a ways out a window. I would still probably opt for something else if I was using it to navigate the house, because this light starts on high and then goes to low, whereas like this light starts on low and then goes to high. So, like that light is technically on. It doesn't look like it, but it is producing light. It's just really, really low. The low I have on this, I set this at like 0.5 lumens. The low on this is 25 lumens. So it's like a big difference. This will wake up your spouse. But you can get a lot of runtime and still pretty useful light. Like you can throw for quite a ways with the low here. You can't throw much at all on low with this light. In fact, you have to go all the way up to get to like the super mega high, where these optics, these tiny little TIR optics on this triple, they're not great. And the way that it's throwing light is that it's just, producing 3,200 lumens out the front. Whereas this produces 650 lumens out the front. It just has this giant head on it that has a humongous clean reflector that really tightens the beam a lot. So this is like 90,000 candela, which is about as good as you can get on a non-LEP EDC light. You're not going to find better throw on a light that runs on a one cell other than like an 18650 that you can easily put in your pocket. It's a big light. It's a little expensive, but it's a nice light. It does a lot of stuff really well. And if you're not like in a suit every day, if you're like a guy that needs a flashlight for their job, like you're a security officer or a cop, this is a great light. Just a fantastic light. The other thing is it comes with Surefire's new rechargeable 18650. It's like, oh my God, how long have we been waiting for this? A true rechargeable, as you can see there, 18650. Now, it's not USB-C, it's micro USB, but like, come on, it took 20 years for Surefire to catch up to rechargeable battery technology. So you'd be, I think I would die of a heart attack if it turned out to be USB-C. A couple other features on the light. It has the typical Surefire clicky, which is good. Look at that O-ring. That O-ring is out of place. That's weird. There we go. Starting to red up a little bit. It also has a lockout tail cap, so you can twist that out and it won't go anywhere. And then you twist it back and there you go. So overall, I like the light a lot. That O-ring thing is something other people have noticed, but I don't think it's a big issue. You can just replace the O-rings. And the throw here is amazing. Look for a review of the EDC1 DFT coming soon.